Happy Friday to everybody and welcome to Tales of a 40-Year-Old Fat Ass. My name, of course, is Brian and I am the fat ass in question. And day 10, and I gotta tell you, yesterday absolutely sucked. I mean, just horrible almost from start to finish. Actually, I shouldn't say that. The morning was okay. The afternoon was bad. And this was like the first day where I really almost lost my shit entirely because all I wanted was bread. I wanted sourdough. I wanted potato. I wanted some real crunchy French bread with some extra virgin olive oil and some Parmesan mixed in. Like, that's all I wanted yesterday. And I felt bad because I actually binged a little bit. Now, a binge on Metafast is completely different than a normal binge. Rather than, tearing through three tasty cake eclairs, I had 5 black olives, I had an extra bar, and I had a couple dill slices. Not exactly a binge, but enough to make me feel a little bad this morning, kind of like, oh my God, you want to just get through the day. Yeah, I liken it to when you're drunk and you're sitting around the toilet bowl and you're like, oh, please, God, let me just get through this and I swear I'll never drink again. I almost was making deals yesterday, like, please just get me through this. I promise I'll never eat bread again. I promise. And you get to this point where you're like, I can't do this. 10 days, it's been a great run, but I got to go. I really don't care how my clothes fit. I don't care if I'm a fat ass the rest of my life. You start having these internal dialogues with yourself and the emotion takes over rather than normal thought process. It's the habit. Oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat. Oh, I'm going to do this. We ended up going out for dinner last night. And I think my body kind of rejected it a little bit. It was the first time I've eaten red meat in 10 days, and it didn't sit real well. It's amazing what happens after a certain amount of time on a diet. For me, the first 2 weeks are always the tell because I normally can't get past 2 weeks. I'm good for about 2 weeks, and then I say, screw it, I'm off. I'm out. See you later. It's been fun. But I really have to make this go, and I have to make this work. And, you see people all the time on Facebook, on the Metafast page and on the Tales page talking about, oh, I went off program, and you feel bad. But you know what? We're human. I have no doubt whatsoever that sooner or later, I am absolutely just going to lose my shit, and I'm going to have something that I should not eat. Am I going to feel bad the next day? Absolutely. Am I going to kick myself in the ass? Absolutely. But I have to remember, I'm human. And I'm a fat ass by nature. So, there's going to be these internal dialogues and these internal struggles that are going to happen. It sucks, and it's great because everyone out there has been saying, oh, well, we've got this great Metafast. If you want bread, you can take the soup packets and make it into a bread. It's not a big piece, but it hits the cravings. And that's what you gently have to start learning. And that you have to stop listening to your emotion and just listen to what your body is telling you. And, sometimes you're hungry because you make yourself hungry. I know that years ago when I would be around cats and stuff like that, I could give myself an asthma attack knowing that I did not have my inhaler with me. And I know it's a bit of a stretch, but it's the same thing. I can make myself hungry thinking about, God, I would love some bread right now. I really want bread. I want something sweet. So my question to you today as we head into the weekend, how do you get through these days? What do you do? How do you psych yourself up? How do you work through it so you can wake up the next day and go, made it through the storm. I can pat myself on the back at least one more day, I would love to know. So, of course, you can leave us messages here at Tales of a 40-Year-Old Fat Ass right here on Facebook. You can also Gmail us, talesofatass@gmail.com. Have a great weekend. If you go off, don't kick yourself in the ass. It's only one day, and you're going to kick yourself in the ass enough for doing it. Don't let it go for any long periods of time. If you have to binge. I know that's not what people want to hear, but you know what? It happens. And at the end of the day, we can only do what we can only do. We're flawed human beings. That's how we roll. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.